The difficulty is all our, whether it is a scientific research or spiritual research, it is corrupted with our own investments. We have so many other investments. All our scientific researches are corrupted by commercial people. They have their own interests, vested interests. They want only the development or the growth to happen, which will make them more rich, which will give them commercial benefits, which will give them more comfort and luxury. People don't bother about the comfort or the good thing of the whole world. Another way, if it is a spiritual search, again we have our own vested interests. As long as the truth gives little more comfort and luxury for us, it is okay. The moment it demands transformation of life, we say, bye. We say, let's depart. Here ends our journey. As long as it gives a little bit of consolation, or a peace, or a comfort, we are ready to travel. As long as it gives a little bit of comfort, or comforting sense, oh, you are great. Or ego satisfaction, that is what I call. Many of our so-called spiritual activities are nothing but ego satisfaction. Why do you think people erect such tall temples, such big temples? Not for God. It is just to prove their greatness. It is all, what they mean is they are great. It just declares their greatness, not the greatness of God. To prove the greatness of God, He has already created Himalayas and big mountains. You can't compete with it. He has created already the big mountains. You don't have to prove His greatness just by creating one more tall structure. We create tall structures just to prove our ego. We wanted to say we are great. Straight away saying is too arrogant. It is too arrogant. It looks too odd. So you wanted to find some technical method or some technical way to say it. Whenever you want to say, I am great, we can't say directly. So we say, my religion is great, my country is great, my language is great, my dress is great, my race is great, my creed is great. So that we can say that I am great without saying I am great. Our life, our spiritual search, everything is almost saying the same word, I am great, without saying I am great. See, our search is not really a search. It is one more coat we wanted to brag about. Just when a new style of fur coat comes to market, if you don't own it, you are not up to date. It is something like you have to prove. So to prove yourself, you have to own it. So same way, spirituality is also a one more fur coat. One more fur coat. We go around gathering it. We feel very nice. When you talk with your community, you can always say, do you know, a young Swami from India came, he spoke so well, and he is such an intelligent person, you have missed. If somebody has not come to the class or a program, you will feel so happy to introduce. So you can always say, you know something which they don't know. You know something which they don't know. So naturally, you add a little more stuff and you beautifully orate, and for the few moments you became a representative of me. So naturally, you can't just directly brag about ourselves. So what we do? We catch something based on which we can stand, whether it is a science or a spirituality. If it has no investments, if it is honest, you will simply enter into the other zone. If you start as a scientist, you will become a spiritual person. If you start as a spiritual person, again you will become a scientist. The science and the spirituality are not contradicting each other. They are complementing each other in the true sense of spirit. Scientist is a person who creates a formula about the experience which happened to him in the outer world. He creates a formula to reproduce the same thing which happened to him in the outer world. Scientist is a person who creates a formula to reproduce what has happened to him in the outer world. Rishi is a person who creates a formula to reproduce the same experience what has happened to him in the inner world. Scientist is a person who creates a formula to reproduce what has happened to him in the outer world. Rishi is a person who creates a formula to reproduce the same experience what has happened to him in the inner world. The formulas created by rishis only we call as meditation techniques. Meditation techniques are nothing but formulas created by enlightened beings, rishis, to reproduce the same experience which happened to him in the inner world. Whether it is science or spirituality, the spirit is one and the same. When it is not contaminated, simply you will enter into a new dimension of consciousness, new level of being. The real spirituality, when it is not contaminated with the vested interests of so-called religions, the difficulty is how the commercial people corrupt the scientific research. Same way, so-called vested interests of religious people corrupts the pure search of spirituality. Whenever we have vested interests, we corrupt this pure spiritual search. Today morning, I was having an interview with the Stanford Radio, Silicon Valley. Nice interview. Somebody asked me, please tell me about the ritual-less spirituality, ritual-less life, ritual-less religion. I told him, when you give importance to principles, you enter into spirituality. When you give importance to personality, again you are caught with the rituals. If you give importance to Krishna, you will be caught with rituals. If you can give importance to Gita, simply you will grow into new dimension of consciousness. Same way, the philosophy of Rama is all embracing the brotherhood, all encompassing love. Rama's family, he took birth as 4 brothers. They took birth as 4 brothers. And added Guha as the 5th. And Sugriva 6th. Vibhishana 7th. The family just grew and expanded. Brotherhood, universal brotherhood is the message of Rama. If we give importance to this message, we will not have any problem. When you give importance to personality, we have a lot of problems. The word, beautiful word, Ayodhya. He named his place as Ayodhya. Ayodhya means where there is no yuddha, where there is no wars. What you would have fantasized about the city Rama named his headquarters as the place where there is no wars. When you give importance to the personality, you create wars, you create difficulties. Always emphasize. You go to doctor, you are getting the medication, but you don't bother about anything else. Go and start the medication. Same way, when you go to masters, take the meditation, work with it. When you work, you will be entering into a new consciousness. One more thing, because I am speaking about the science and spirituality, I wanted to emphasize this. The light is discovered by Edison, Thomas Alva Edison. Just because it is discovered by him, we can't say only Christians can use the light. It belongs to whole world. The moment he discovered, it belongs to whole humanity. Same way, the truths of the inner world, maybe rishis would have discovered it. Discovery might have done by the great rishis. But once it is discovered, it belongs to the whole universe, whole world. They don't belong to a single group. They don't belong to a single race or a religion. Whomsoever may discover, it belongs to the whole world. Science and spirituality needs only one thing: your courage to face the truth. Your courage to face the truth and your courage to transform your life based on the truth. Your courage to open up. Your courage to transform your life.